Welcome back to my Motivation Monday series. I am your host, Audra, and today I have a special treat for you. If you have a teen girl, or if you know of a teen girl or young woman, this is the perfect program for her to watch. Make sure you share this program with her. This is a story that I tell a lot of the girls when I travel and when I speak, and I'm talking to young women or teen girls in high school or even the incarceration center. This is the story that I tell. I always say, I want to tell you a little bit of story, a little story. Story is about me and my teen years when I was in high school. I share with them what I'm going to share with you about myself and three of my best friends in high school. Okay, so follow along because I go very fast and I love to write as I tell this story. Every high school, you have a crowd of friends. You have cliques. And in my clique, you had the funny person, you had the bookworm, you had the person that was gorgeous that all the guys liked, and you had that person who was into religion or church. Well, yes, that was us. I was the bookworm. I studied all the time. I was a part of the debate team. I couldn't wear makeup. I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends, so I didn't talk to the boys. I didn't even wear my hair down. I wore these little twisty braids on each side, and then I pin them up in the back. I was a hot mess. Skin was broken out, glasses. The whole stereotype was me, but I was smart. I was smart, but I was silly, which is why we all got along. And then there was Lisa. Lisa was the funny girl. She was hilarious. I remember guys used to wear the flat top. And there was a guy sitting down eating lunch, and he had the little flat top talking to his friends. Lisa bet us that if she put a plastic plate on top of his head, that it would not fall off. That's just how flat it was. Of course, we said, oh, you won't do it. And she did it. She put it all gently on top of his head, and she backed away. Sure enough, it did not fall off. His friends didn't say anything, and we laughed because we were goofy. We laughed, but this was the kind of stuff that Lisa did all the time, which is why we loved her so much, because she could always make us and anybody else laugh. Then there was Tina. Tina was the church girl. Everything about Tina was church. We had Walkmans back then, and you listen to what she's listening to. You pull it from her ear, she's listening to a church song, a gospel song. All she talked about was her choir and what they did in choir practice on Wednesday and what they're going to do at Bible study on Sunday. That's all she talked about. Now, she hung with us because we still embraced her, even though that wasn't something we were into on that level. But that was what she was about. Church, church, church. She was seriously all about the Lord. I kid you not. Finally, you had Dot. Dot was the hottie. She was the one that all the guys loved. She was gorgeous. She was beautiful. She was funny. She had the hair. She had the butt. She had everything guys liked. She had everything that we did not have. So everyone loved Dot, short for Dottie. But Dot was hottie. And so sure enough, you had me, the bookworm, Lisa, the funny girl, Tina, the church girl, and Dot, the hottie. Okay, now let's fast forward. We've gotten through middle school. Now we've gotten through high school. It's time to graduate. Now let's see where everybody is. Okay, let's start with Dot. Dot became a stripper. Okay. Immediately after we graduated from high school, Dot became a stripper. She stripped, she got pregnant, and that is the life that she began to lead. Okay. Immediately after high school, she stripped, she made money, but that's the life that she led right after graduating from high school. Then you had Lisa. Lisa, the funny girl. She actually drove school buses and she sold weed. Now, whether she sold weed on the school bus to the children or not, I don't know. But the point is, that's what her life came to. And this is immediately after graduating from high school. And then you had Tina. Tina, the church girl. Tina died of a drug overdose before we even graduated from high school. And it's not that she took drugs. She had sickle cell anemia. And when she went to the hospital for a normal checkup, the nurse gave her medication. And then the doctor, without reading the records, gave her the medication again. And immediately she died of a drug overdose. And then finally, you had me. I was the one who, after graduation, I went to law school. No, actually, before law school, I went to undergrad. And I was the only minority to graduate with honors. Then I went to law school. after law school, I began taking poetry, and I worked with teens all over the country, teaching them how to express themselves. I wrote a book that received an award for best fiction, and I got married, had a daughter, and eventually began to teach young girls how to become empowered through their words. This story is not about me, not necessarily. It's not about me outdoing my friends. What this story is about, and the reason it's so significant, is that when you're in high school or when you're in middle school, you really believe that life does not exist outside of those high school walls, when in actuality they do. Those same friends that you're hanging with, at some point you're gonna go your separate ways. And when you do, will you be Dot? Will you be Tina? Will you be Lisa? Or will you be Audra? Right now you have the power to dictate that. And I know it seems like, well, I want to be liked by the boys, and I want to be this, and I want to be that. But I promise you, at some point, you're going to get all of that. But be prepared so that when you receive it, you have the power and the authority within yourself to stand on your own 2 feet and claim whatever it is you want in this life, rather than being dictated by it. And in this situation, what it does is it shows you that no matter what's going on in high school, no matter how strong the urges feel, no matter how serious it seems, that we're all close and we're all together, at some point you won't always be together. And when that happens, you have to decide which one of these people you're going to be. And the reason that this is important is because I want you to understand that what's happening at this very moment in time, it is serious, because it's going to dictate all of the choices that you make, where your path goes, which one of these people you'll be. And it doesn't seem like that now because it's so in your face, but you'll see it in maybe 7 months, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years. But you'll see that what you invest right now is going to be the return you get later. Now, if you have any questions, and if you have any comments, or if you just want to talk with me about this, feel free to come to my website, www.audraluke.com, and let's talk about it. And let's discuss where you are and how you feel you fit in with all of this, or how you don't. Until then, I look forward to seeing you every week right here on Motivation Mondays, where we as women deal with some of the issues that maybe we don't always deal with, but hopefully we can deal with them together. See you later.